The first charges from special counsel Robert Mueller were outlined in this 31-page indictment as part of the ongoing investigation of Russian interference in the election. In Mueller's crosshairs, Paul Manafort, President Trump's former campaign chairman, and deputy campaign manager Rick Gates. Both men arrived for their first federal court appearance Monday, where they pleaded not guilty to all charges. The 12-count indictment details Manafort's lobbying work in Ukraine and what prosecutors claim was a scheme to hide money from tax collectors and the public. The indictment states Manafort used his hidden overseas wealth to enjoy a lavish lifestyle in the United States without paying taxes on that income. Authorities say Manafort laundered more than $18 million. Gates is accused of transferring more than $3 million from offshore accounts. The two are also charged with making false statements. Kevin Downing, who represents Manafort, called the indictment against his client ridiculous.
President Donald Trump was correct. There is no evidence that Mr. Manafort or the Trump campaign colluded with the Russian government.
It's important to note the indictment makes no mention of President Trump or election meddling. Manafort has repeatedly denied collusion, including his time as Trump's campaign chairman.
Are there any ties between Mr. Trump, you or your campaign, and Putin and his regime?
No, there are not. It's absurd, and there's no basis to it.
Separately, one of President Trump's early foreign policy campaign advisors, George Papadopoulos, pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI about meeting with a professor who had ties to the Kremlin. Papadopoulos told agents the conversation happened before he joined Mr. Trump's campaign, when in fact it occurred afterward. Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders held firm to the White House stance of no campaign collusion.
We've been saying from day one there's been no evidence of Trump-Russia collusion, and nothing in the indictment today changes that at all.
Both men are under house arrest, with Manafort's bond set at $10 million and Gates at $5 million. The president's Twitter response pointed in another direction, writing, "Sorry, but this is years ago, before Paul Manafort was part of the Trump campaign. But why aren't crooked Hillary and the Dems the focus?" Sarah Huckabee Sanders ended her White House briefing stating the real collusion scandal has everything to do with the Clinton campaign and the Washington strategic firm Fusion GPS and Russia, claiming there is clear evidence of them colluding to spread disinformation and smear the president. Eric Rosales, CBN News, Washington.